All right, if you're gearing up for the ASVAB General Science Test, you know for a fact energy questions are going to pop up. So in this explainer, we're going to zero in on the two big ones you absolutely have to know, kinetic and potential energy. Let's get right into it.
So here's the deal. The test is definitely going to ask you to tell the difference between kinetic and potential energy. And yeah, it seems simple, but getting it wrong can cost you some really easy points. Over the next few minutes, we're going to make absolutely sure that doesn't happen to you.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. At its very core, energy really comes in two main flavors. You've got energy that's actively doing something, and you've got energy that's just stored up, kind of waiting for its big moment.
First up, we've got kinetic energy. Now, the one word you have to burn into your brain here is motion. Seriously, think of a missile in flight or a turbine spinning inside a jet engine. If an object is moving, bam, it has kinetic energy. This is the energy of action. And on the flip side of that coin, you have potential energy. This is all about stored energy. You can think of it as energy that has, well, potential. A helicopter hovering at a high altitude has potential energy just because of its position. And the unburned fuel in its tank, that has chemical potential energy. It's all about energy that's just ready and waiting to be converted into action.
So let's just boil it down to the simplest terms. Kinetic energy? It's all about active movement. Potential energy? That's about stored energy because of its position or its state. That right there is the core difference you need to lock in.
You know, theory is great and all, but the ASVAB is all about application. So let's stop talking about it and let's actually tackle a practice question to see this stuff in the wild.
Okay, take a look at this. The key phrase here is solely from motion. Based on what we just covered, what do you think? An answer should already be jumping out at you.
All right, let's walk through our options here. We see our two main players, kinetic and potential. But what about the other two? Well, B, thermal energy, that's just about heat. And C, mechanical energy, that's actually the total energy in a system. The question is laser-focused on energy just from motion.
And if you chose A, kinetic energy, you are absolutely spot on. That's a direct textbook definition. The official explanation confirms it, and it gives us this bonus piece of intel we need to remember. Mechanical energy is simply the sum, the total, of an object's kinetic and potential energy. That is a key fact for test day, and it ties directly into the idea of conservation of energy.
So understanding these energy types is step one, for sure. But on the ASVAB, the people who write the test, they love to see if you can connect the dots between different concepts. So let's see how energy relates to another core physics principle you're going to face, Newton's laws of motion.
You definitely know this one. It's a classic for a reason. Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. At its heart, this law is all about how forces and energy get transferred from one thing to another.
A classic ASVAB example is someone jumping from a boat. When Sarah pushes off the boat to jump forward, that's the action. The reaction is the boat moving backward. It's the exact same principle as the recoil on a rifle. The action is the bullet firing forward. The equal and opposite reaction is that kick you feel against your shoulder.
All right, let's wrap this all up with a final intelligence briefing. If you only take a few things away from this, make sure you burn these points into your memory for test day.
Remember these four things. 1. Kinetic energy is motion. 2. Potential energy is stored. 3. Mechanical energy is just the total of both of them added together. And 4. Newton's third law means every action has an equal opposite reaction. These concepts are all connected, and I guarantee they are going to show up.
And there you have it. You've now got a solid framework for absolutely any energy question on the ASVAB. The key is just recognizing these definitions and seeing how they connect. So, with this down, what's the next topic you're planning to conquer?